Hi there, thanks for tuning into ReBrews. Please note, we do drink while recording this podcast, and if you choose to drink along at home, we encourage you to do so responsibly. Enjoy the episode. Cheers.
Hey everybody, welcome to ReBrews, the stickiest music podcast. Hey, Sport, let's load up the car, throw the pigskin around. I'm your dad. My name's Logan.
I always knew you were my dad.
I wouldn't quite call myself an acid dad. I'm more of a base dad. My name is Sarah.
Hello, Hungry. My name's Acid Dad.
Oh, all right. Well, we did our best. We did our best with the material we had. Zach, you picked the album this week.
I like that we all had the same thought.
I'm gonna interject real quick. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we were about to have a discussion right before Logan pressed record, and I just want to get it out of the way while it's on my mind. So, for all of those of you listening who are familiar with the Kinsey Scale, I'm going to explain it to you now. The Kinsey Scale is...
This is a great way to start off our music review podcast.
Don't be homophobic. If you, like me, are queer and knew so in high school, you probably took the Kinsey Scale test online, which puts you on a range between 1 and 6. 1 being completely 100% heterosexual, straight. You will never, ever consider doing anything remotely beyond that. Number 6 is like 150% completely gay. You only want to interact with people like of your own gender expression. You would never, ever consider behaving in a straight way. And a lot of us fall somewhere in the middle.
Hey, do you want to hear about my scale? It's called the Shitsky scale.
The Shitsky scale?
It's a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being... Am I going to have to get up and shit during this podcast? 1? No. 10? Yes, I definitely will. Do you want to know where I am?
Where are you at right now?
I'm at a 10. I'm definitely going to have to get up and go.
Well, do you guys want to hear about my scale?
Yeah.
It's called the Mitsky scale.
Oh, okay.
And it's actually 2 scales that diverge. It's how horny you are compared to how sad you are.
And where would you say you fall on that spectrum right now?
I think I'm probably like right in the middle.
Is it
on
like
both
a
scales.
bell curve?
Well,
like
I mean, I'm
the
not
one side.
very horny right
I'm not
now.
really sure how that works.
Or is it more like the political alignment test, where it's sort of like a
corners.
Perpendicular? Yeah.
I'm thinking like a line graph.
A line.
Or
Like
or
this is
is
how
it
horny
like
you are.
an
This is how
alignment
sad
chart.
you are.
I'm like lawful horny, true neutral.
I'm chaotic sad.
I'm neutral hafted poop. Whoa, Zach, is that the news or booze theme? What are we calling it? Man, it's been a minute since we've sat down to record one of these. I don't really remember how we do this show.
Oh, yeah, that is Today in Music Booze. And today I am, and today I'm going to tag team Logan for this little segment.
Oh, you don't have anything?
No.
Oh.
We're going out to the field to catch Logan Meyer on the scene. Logan, what you got for us today?
Okay, I'm going to do my best. Here's what I think we have to do. I think we have to do this, and then I have to get up and go to the bathroom. So I'll do my best, but
I have to do a flush for Logan now.
God, we can't even trust any news this guy's talking about. He's so full of shit.
You as the audience, it's important that you have the context that I'm clenching my butt cheeks together right now. But what I wanted to tell you guys about, actually, Sarah, I told you about this already, but Zach, I don't know if you have heard.
I don't know.
Mumford & Sons kicked out their banjo player because he's racist.
That was such an emotional roller coaster. I was sad and then completely okay with it.
So let's elaborate a little bit.
Okay, so the banjo player for Mumford & Sons posted a picture or something. He praised this book that was written by this alt-right conservative called, the name of the book is, let me find it. I'm scrolling through the article. Antifa Unmasked, Inside Antifa's Radical Plan to Destroy Democracy. That's the name of the book. And the banjo player for Mumford & Sons said some shit like, He said the caption of the now deleted tweet read, "Finally had the time to read your important book. You're a brave man," referring to the author of this book.
Oh, no.
And then in the fashion of most people who listen to music and have a moral compass, all of the Mumford & Sons fans hopped online and said, "Hey, man, that's kind of fucked up. You should delete that shit right now." So the banjo player said, "Oh, I'm stepping away from the band to like reevaluate my views and some shit like that." But I think that's code for the other members of Mumford & Sons kicked him out for being a fucking racist.
I feel kind of dirty right now because I've jammed so hard at his
I have
banjo
to.
licks.
Little Lion Man, The Cave.
Yes.
Those are their two songs.
I will wait for you.
To stop being a racist, because I love those banjo boys, and I wish we had some...
I mean, it's hard to separate the art from the artist sometimes, right? Like, can it be done? Like, can I go listen to those songs and not think about how he supports...
No, I'm sorry, you can't. And actually, to tack onto this isn't music news or booze related, but because we're talking about... I don't know if we ever properly introduced the album. Zach, do you want to do that really quick?
We're talking
that
about...
was all of the news and booze I had.
Oh,
just
okay,
by the
that
way.
was a great segment. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Should I introduce the album in the drink?
Yeah.
Yay.
We are talking about Acid Dad's debut album, Acid Dad, in 2018. And we paired it with a very, very tasty and cool-looking Yes Hand, which is kind of a little pairing with us, because we Yes Hand.
I have never done acid or any psychedelic drug, but this can kind of looks like I am doing that.
I don't know if we specified that the beer is called Yes Hand.
The beer is called Yes Hand.
Yes,
H
comma, hand.
And percent. Is that the right word for it? ND.
It's called the ampersand.
Ampersand?
And
Zach said it wrong, and I was riffing on it.
Percent.
Ampersand.
How many ants per sand? That sounds like a unit of measurement.
Do you guys want to hear a thing that I read that may or may not be true?
Sure.
The
Sure. Let's spread
I
this
could just be making
information.
this
Let's
up.
just derail my beer introduction.
I
That's
read
cool.
one time. I read one time that the mass of all of the ants on the planet Earth is equivalent to the mass of all of the humans on Earth.
That makes sense.
Shit. Do you want to hear another cool statistic?
Yeah.
The human to rat ratio in Chicago is 1-to-1.
Holy
Oh,
smokes.
I hate everything about that. I have to
So-
move somewhere else. We are no longer a Chicago-based podcast. That's fucking disgusting.
No, I find that statistic charming because I think that I sort of have a rat counterpart out there in the city.
You got like an RT rat who like does marketing. and
Yeah,
wears cool
yeah,
beanies.
that I'm destined to meet one day.
I hope you meet them.
Yeah,
Them.
it's my Remy.
You know what
Him or
that
her.
means, though? There's a rat for everybody in this
There's
town.
a rat for everybody, so you're never alone.
No, you could adopt your rat today. You have to go talk to the mayor, and Lori E. Lightfoot herself has a little cage for everybody in Chicago. You have to sign up. It's like the vaccination sign up, but
They just give you a rat.
yeah, when you get your first shot, you schedule your second shot and the rat pickup. So when you go to get your second shot, you get to pick up your rat.
And so you have a heightened immune system and a new friend.
That's true.
And they say politicians never do anything.
In this town, we got it all figured out.
This is an ale with peaches, pecan,
Oh, just jump right into it. Sure, why not?
cinnamon,
Segue.
and vanilla. Which, when I picked out this beer, I was angry at it.
For having vanilla?
For like, that's not a beer.
Wait, sorry, read those again. We were talking over you.
It's an ale with peaches, pecan pie extract. I'm sorry, pecan pie.
pecan papai.
Pecan pie extract, cinnamon, and vanilla.
That sounds delicious.
I was like, that's too many things to put in one
Pecan
beer.
pie
That's not a real beer.
extract.
That's what they call baking spices
Like,
in the
you-
barista community.
Probably.
That is what they... Oh, my
And
goodness.
at first
I
I was
got
like,
you,
this
phone.
is wrong. Like, you shouldn't put this in a beer. And then I got it anyways because the can was so cool.
Mhm.
And you should put that in a beer because it's fantastic.
Zach, level with me for a sec.
Yeah.
Did you get it because the can was cool or because the ABV was 13%?
Or did you get it because it had an
I
improv
claim the
reference?
fifth. It did have an improv reference.
Yeah, Logan, that's something important to note. We each have a pint in front of us, and this beer is 13%, and I work at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
I was going to try to pick a way. Like, this band's like pretty surfy, a little psychedelic, a little indie rock. I was going to try to pick like the most psychedelic band I could, but like I couldn't wait any longer to drink this beer with you guys, so I picked this band.
You mentioned it to us a while ago, and it sounded very cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, our picks lately, there's a lot going on. Our brains are not running at full mental capacity, so we're...
That, and I super blew my beer budget last week on the pig. So I was like, I already have this beer. This is kind of a psychedelic band.
This is a good time to remind you all that we sell buttons on our website.
www.albumrebrews.com/shop.
And if you want to help reimburse us for the cost of a keg and...
There's still a little left. If you want to come drink a keg with me, like, I got to get rid of it.
Make sure you get your vaccine first.
Make sure you get your vaccine.
And then you can go drink the rest of the flat keg. Was that?
Can you guys crack your beer after we talked about it and tell us what you think?
Sorry. Hold on.
yeah.
Wait, Sarah, do you want to do that right now?
Mine this whole time.
Let's just... Hey, album ReBrews. Yep, that's us.
Album ReBrews. Yep, that's us.
Put that on a t-shirt and sell it. Whoa, this tastes like a pie.
What the hell?
It's pecan pie.
This literally
tastes like a Christmas cookie.
It tastes like
like pie.
Apple pie in a can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
It's not a beer. I still like it.
Okay,
is it a beer?
Oh, this is gonna
real quick
sideways.
Midwest real ones will know what I'm talking about here. In Milwaukee, there's a spice store called Kinsey's.
Yep.
And they sell something called apple pie spice. I have some. Hold on. BRB. I'll be right back.
It smells like maple.
Vamp for like
It smells like maple syrup. This is insane.
It
All right, I'm
there's so
vamping
much
for a
cinnamon.
second. I will say, Penzies is legit, and Logan is back with those spices right now. Back to you, Log.
I want to read to you guys what's in this apple pie spice because it slaps. Oh, there's not much in here. Okay, so the ingredients in the Penzies apple pie spice are some China cassia cinnamon, some Corinthia cassia cinnamon.
Logan, can I please just interrupt and say that burp was so forceful that it made your leg kick up as if the doctor was testing your reflexes?
I wanted to read the ingredients on this apple pie spice, but I've never looked at them before, and there are words that I've never seen on here, and I cannot read. It also says there's mace in here. Look at this, you guys.
Oh.
There's methamphetamine in this.
I mean,
Hold on a
mace
second.
is just pepper.
Zachary.
Is that a good bit?
No, you have to cut that.
That's like the worst cinnamon challenge.
Use 1 to 2 teaspoons for every 9
No,
inches
read
of pie.
the ingredients out loud.
Who
though.
measures pie in inches?
What?
Like
I
a
think
pie
it's
tin, Mama.
diameter.
China cassia cinnamon, Cornichia cassia cinnamon, nutmeg, mace, and cloves. There was only 2 words I don't know what they are.
Oh, Zach is putting it in his beer now.
Sure.
Zach, if this goes anything like our recipe video, you'll have a metric fuck ton of that dry spice in your wet, lukewarm beverage.
That was so funny. It took us like 10 minutes to record it, so all our hot apple cider was lukewarm apple cider.
So nasty. Let's get into this album. I think
Okay.
we've done enough front loading here.
So they start the album out with this is an incorrect fact, but they named the song after my favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard. Let's just listen to that intro.
Okay.
Let's just play it because it hit good.
Okay.
Hit my good feels.
Okay.
It's just such a nice dichotomy. Is that a word I know that I know?
Yeah,
it means?
yeah.
Because that's
Juxtaposition?
that's the only time they're that soft. They're in the whole album. It's those first 20 seconds, and then it goes hard.
Zach, a thing I've been thinking about while listening to this album, which I did for the first time this morning.
I gave it to you like 6 weeks ago.
I know, and I even had to text the group chat today to say, "Hey, which album was it again?"
We are the hardest hitting journalistic
I've been
podcast.
busy, you guys.
That's
I'm
okay. I listened to the Spider-Man soundtrack like 6 times for you.
I
don't like any of those
Zach,
songs.
I had this album on repeat all day.
That's a lie. I like 6 of those songs.
So what I wanted to say was I feel like every week we get closer and closer to like what does Zach actually listen to? And I feel like this is the closest we've gotten so far.
Yeah.
Like if Zach were in a band,
If somehow I played an instrument with one of my co-hosts,
this would be the album that you'd want to write.
Oh, you know what? There's so many like musical aspects I want to talk about in this album, and I know nothing about the lyrics. Like I care little to none. I'm sure they're great and they're fantastic, but there's so many musical things that I enjoy about this album.
On that note, I was trying to pull up the lyrics because that's another thing that I do often when we record is like pull up the Genius page or I'll pull up whatever. It is so hard. I didn't dig for that long, but it is so tough to find any lyrics for this album.
Wow.
And they all just say like, even on Genius, it was like lyrics unavailable.
Dang.
I guess they just don't exist, or maybe it's just too shoegazy that we can't decipher
Everyone
anything.
else who's ever listened to this band had the same thought as I did. They're like, you know what? The lyrics are important. Let's just
Zach, how did you find out about these guys?
So this is a band I found on Audio Tree.
Okay.
But I found their first single ever, and it was a live session on Audio Tree, and it just hit so good. Let's go ahead and go into my segment. Let's just listen to that track. Unless you guys want to wait.
Wait.
What, from Audio Tree?
What are you doing?
The Audio Tree track.
Okay.
I've got it pulled up.
I don't know where the timestamp is. We're gonna have to find it.
That's okay. Well,
Approximately, where is it?
Zach, when have we ever known what we were doing?
I brought my tablet today because I left my laptop at work all week. This is a song called Brain Body. It was their first single. This is the first song I heard by them. It's on Audio Tree. In the live version, it's so good. There's something so... But this song slaps. Let's play a little bit, and then we'll play the part that is going to go into my segment, which is called ReBrews.
Okay.
That rips!
It hits so good.
Zach, I feel like this is one of the best albums to have a beer or two and then listen to.
Yeah, this is a beer drinking album.
100%.
It feels like an album that you would put on at a barbecue, and you're just flipping veggie dogs and firing up those portobello mushrooms. And
this is actually off their EP, but that's the song that got me into them.
it's really fun.
It's so good.
I so badly want to be drinking a PBR tall boy at sub T downstairs while this band flops around.
I want somebody to
incandescent lighting.
I want somebody to spill a PBR.
I want to
on me.
feel a
Yeah.
sticky floor.
Just hearing that live version of it makes me miss live music so bad. I would go so hard in a pit for them.
Yeah, that slams.
So the lyric there is my brain in a vat? Is my brain in a vat? Is my vat in a brain? Is my brain in a brat?
Sure.
Is a philosophical argument? What's the word I'm looking for?
Conundrum?
Theory. It's by radical skepticisms. Skepticists.
Skeptics?
I'm drunk, guys. Man, this is 13% and I finished my beer.
Zach, we're 20 minutes into recording, bud.
I haven't drank all week because I've been on...
And you're in charge today. Y'all are getting fed good
All
tonight.
right, here we go.
Yeah!
And so I wanted to talk to you guys about this theory that if we were a brain in a vat,
Yeah.
would we know? If we were just a brain in a vat fed by a computer, all these things that are it's kind of like simulation
it's
theory.
like the Matrix.
Yeah, like the Matrix.
Wait, okay, so we have no tangible body. We're just a brain.
We're just being fed all these things.
And so in theory, all of our if I were to if I were to slap my fingers against my palm,
You couldn't. You're a brain in a vat.
You don't
Well,
have palms.
You
or
don't have
fingers.
hands.
I perceived
No.
to have just done it.
Yes.
What?
And so with this theory, all that information, my perception of my theoretical hand slapping my other
It's just
theoretical
all being
hand,
fed to you, all to your brain.
I think it's bullshit, quite frankly. But
What if we live in a computer?
it feels like one of those theories where it's like, well, you can't disprove it. It's like, well, yeah, I guess kind of. If you're sitting around having a beer with a couple buds, you can't disprove it.
I'm recording this on my Apple MacBook Pro. I know for sure that technology has not advanced far enough. Dog, I can't even get my computer to work sometimes, and you're telling me that it's convincing me that I live in a simulated reality? I don't think so.
You're telling me that if I
Maybe.
kicked one of you two in the nuts
Have you ever
right
had deja
now,
vu? Maybe that's your simulated reality, like malfunctioning.
Dude, I literally just spent the better part of the last month trying to fix my girlfriend's computer so we could play Fortnite together. There's no fucking way that technology has advanced far enough for anybody to be deceived that they are not actually experiencing real reality, because my girlfriend's computer sucks shit.
So
And it won't even run Fortnite. Fortnite's on everything. You could run Fortnite on a fucking, I don't know, flip phone at this point.
you could run it on a Nintendo DS and it would chug along swimmingly.
You're not gonna, I don't live in a vat. I can play Fortnite.
Also,
They don't have Fortnites in vats.
Also, if this was the case, if it was the case that everyone who exists in theory is just a brain in a vat and everyone's body and perception of their body and perception of them moving through space and time is all like a computer generated thing, like it would have had to have been that way for a long time.
Not necessarily.
this
No,
is
dude.
just saying you don't know if you're a brain in a vat.
They could just flip
I
a
might
switch
not exist.
and all of a sudden
or
you've
you
been
might not
experiencing
exist because
reality
I'm
for
just
the whole
I am
time.
the only lone brain in the universe in a vat.
Man, this
Right,
sucks. Is this
but-
interesting?
No, it is right. Okay, but if I were to kick either one of you in the nuts right the fuck now, would you look me in the eyes and tell me you aren't real? Would you tell me that pain isn't real?
I'm saying I don't know if I could say that I'm objectively speaking not a brain in a vat. I don't know for sure. The vat
Well, that's
computer
what I
could
said
just be-
earlier. That's what I said earlier. Is it's like, oh well, you can't disprove it, but that doesn't mean that
So,
it's true.
I also listened to 2 hours of podcast on the way here
God
about
damn it!
About vat brains?
about philosophy about this.
Yeah.
About brain
And
soup.
turns out we're not the first people to think of this.
Was it the original brains?
Yes. No.
Oh my god.
So Rene Descartes, are you guys familiar with that name?
I've heard
No,
the
I'm not.
name.
Had a similar idea before computers even fucking existed.
Whoa!
So he was a continental rationalist, which means he believed you could arrive at truth through logic, through thinking.
That's kind of like how Fahrenheit 451 like invented AirPods
Oh.
before AirPods existed.
Yeah, sometimes I think about the room with the parlor room, and,
Yeah.
and Guy Montague's wife goes and hangs out in the parlor room all the time, and the families are on the walls, and then you're like, oh my god, that's just The Bachelor.
She's just watching her stories.
And so he goes, hey, so the other people who were doing philosophy at the time were radical skepticists, which were like, hey, we don't know.
What about like Plato and shit?
That this is a different time period. This is like 1500s. Plato
Okay.
was not.
Well,
was
he was-
before then, probably.
He was Goofy's dog.
yes.
Isn't it weird that
This is.
hey, here's
I'm
my new
so
branch
glad
of
we don't do a
philosophy called
philosophy podcast.
Disneyism. Goofy is a dog, but he also has a dog as a pet. What the fuck?
Also,
Goofy is a cow.
No, he's
No,
not.
he's not.
He's a dog. Also, canonically, Goofy is the only like Disney main character to have fucked. He's the only Disney character with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Baby Looney Tunes?
No, Donald
not
Duck's got
Disney.
grandkids or something. Not
What
Donald
the-
Duck.
Are they Pixar?
I said they're I don't know, like
DreamWorks?
fucking some Cartoon Network something or other.
Okay.
Anyways, I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain philosophy to my drunk co-host while I'm also drunk.
I'm not drunk yet, buddy.
And then there were British empiricists who believed.
Was that a word?
British empiricists?
I don't know what you're saying.
Imperialists?
Yes.
Okay, so Zach, I've decided that
Who
I'm going to
believed-
set up next to you as your translator.
Who
Okay?
believed
I
you
like
could only
I need this.
You could only arrive at knowledge
You could only arrive at knowledge
by
By-
viewing the actual world with your 5 senses.
viewing the actual world with your 5 senses.
I kind of like this.
I kind of
I
like
like this too. I need somebody
Hunky,
to.
doinky, spunky bunk.
I have a gigantic ass and I need to shit right now.
That was me 20 minutes ago.
And so in his time, before they had computers, he was like, what if there is an evil demon?
What about an abacus? Is that kind of like a computer if you think about it?
No.
What
that
about
is-
Mancala?
We're going to cut so much of this. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It kind of feels like we've been doing this for an hour.
We only have to go for like 20 more minutes, and then we can just stop and order Domino's.
Oh, I wish I could chew Domino's right now.
I'll baby bird it to you.
Okay, I'm here for it. This was going much better in my head on the way down here. I listened to 2 hours of podcast for this bit to entertain me.
Zach, do you want to do my bit?
Yeah.
It's called Acid Dads plural. In it, we're
In
going
it, love.
in it.
Fucking in it.
Oi, govna, in it. This is my bit called Acid Dads plural. I looked up famous dads who also play music,
I'm here for it.
and I was going through this list and realizing that so many men in music who have children are very problematic.
Oh, no.
Oh,
So,
no.
Like they're banjo players and they're actually racist?
yeah, dude, turns out like everybody who is a man and writes music is problematic.
God damn it. I'm dating a man who writes music. Fuck.
Uh-oh.
I host a podcast with 2 men who write music. Fuck.
So the first one is John Legend, and he's problematic because his wife tweets too much.
Okay.
The
keep
next
going.
one is Nick Cannon, who's problematic because he hosted The X Factor.
Yeah, uh-huh. I agree with that statement fully.
The next one is Kanye West, who's problematic because every time I talk about Yeezys at work, nobody knows what I mean. The next one is Chris Martin, who's not problematic because Coldplay is a very good band. Holy shit, you
And I
guys.
like his-
Wait.
No,
Logan,
Logan, stop
exit
it.
out of that article right now.
We finished
No,
your
wait,
bit. We've been
I-
on your bit for 10
We're
minutes.
done with your bit.
I know,
canceled.
We're done.
But
You're
really
canceled.
quickly,
no, put it
no.
away.
I'm sorry.
Well put. Should we take it to the bridge?
Take it to the bridge.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the ad read portion of our podcast. This was an adless ad read for a while, but now we have an ad, which I will read to you now. The 3 of us here at ReBrews have had a storied history with employment, from blowing up balloons at Party City to running sound for high school slam poetry to lifeguarding for senior water Zumba. Eventually, we all found ourselves drawn to freelancing, which allowed us to run our own creative businesses on our own time. Freelancing has a ton of perks, but comes with its own set of challenges. How is a new freelancer supposed to know how to send an invoice? How do you track your hours when you're working for a client? How can you manage a schedule with tons of different projects simultaneously? That's where Hectic comes in. Hectic is a platform that helps freelancers start, grow, and manage their freelance business. Whether you're just starting out as a freelancer or going full-time, Hectic has tools to help you be the professional business person you've always wanted to be. To get started as your best freelancing self, visit gethecticapp.com/albumrebrews to learn more and start for free. Your first client on the Hectic platform will always be free. And by signing up through gethecticapp.com/albumrebrews, you'll be supporting our show, which is cool. Again, visit gethecticapp.com/albumrebrews to find everything you need to start your freelancing business today. Now back to the show.
I don't remember where we left off.
Welcome back to the podcast. Logan has a song he wants to talk about.
Do I?
Yeah,
Oh,
you said
there's.
it.
Well,
You just said you wanted to talk about Mow My Lawn.
oh, I just like the name. I don't really have anything to say about the song other than the fact that, like, when I was a kid, my dad made me mow the lawn, except we lived, like, in the middle of a prairie, and our lawn was very big, and mowing it took a long time, and I got sunburnt on the riding mower. But
You had a riding mower?
but
That's luxurious.
but we had a riding mower.
That's fucking
Wait,
fun,
okay, so
dude.
it was the kind with like the 2 stick handles.
Yeah, the
You
zero
know-
turn.
Yeah,
Those are so much fun.
So okay, I don't know how to describe this effectively, but
You can do donuts in 1 point.
Okay,
Your head
so-
stays in the middle, and the rest of
Yes.
the thing is just doing a donut.
that is true.
When I was in middle school, mind you, not high school, middle school, I used to mow this guy's yard that was like 10 acres
Yeah.
on a zero turn. And there has not been a more satisfying moment in my entire life than like mowing a lawn for 2 hours and then parking it and then looking at all the straight lines.
Yeah.
It's good.
Or like going around a tree and then you do the little circle
Yeah.
around the tree.
Just boy things. I never
Just
had
boy
to cut the
things.
grass.
You ever see like baseball fields that have been like professionally mowed?
Mm.
Ho, ho, ho.
I miss grass. I haven't been to a park
Man.
or anything for a while.
Well, it's also been winter for a
it's
long
also
time.
been winter for a while.
Man, I can't wait to just go get a fistful of some crap, pull it up off the ground.
All right, I want to talk about a couple more things, then we can play the last track.
Okay.
Cool.
How did you guys feel about the musicality in this album?
Zach,
Chill. I have thoughts about this because this album for me was taken on I for context, I've started a job where I'm able to take transit to work. Well, not I'm able to. I have to take transit to get to work. So I take 2 buses or sometimes a train and a bus every day that I work. So this album was taken on the transit test,
Yeah,
which is a rigorous test by me, Sarah, where I listen to the album on transit and I pay attention to how it makes me feel.
Oh,
And this
how did it
one,
make you feel?
it passed the transit test.
Oh, okay.
It felt really good. We didn't talk about this song very much, but the song Child,
Yeah.
track number 3, talks a little bit just about like being, quote, a child in like a big city and not really having any rules. And so I listened to it and I was feeling very nostalgic. Just a lot of this album is very like I had to check myself for a second because I was about to say angsty vibes and that's insufferable. But truly, like it just feels I don't know, just very good to listen to on a dingy bus.
Yeah, it is very fitting for a dingy bus somehow. Yeah.
So it passed my transit test. That's
There you
all
go.
I'll say.
There you go. Log. What are your thoughts?
okay, so actually I have a specific thought about the song Child
Uh-huh.
because I thought lyrically it's a little kitschy and
There's a lot of campy and kitschy stuff on
Yeah.
this record.
Yeah.
because like some of the lyrics in Child are like, oh, I watched TV too much and now TV bad.
This is also their first record, which is something to keep in mind.
You know, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, when I finally put out an EP or an LP, like I'll look back on it and be like, yeah, okay, first effort. You know,
Yeah.
you were doing your best and you were learning. But also like some of the lyrics on this song are like TV bad. And I'm like, okay, what are you from the 1950s? Like,
I also want
okay.
to talk about the bass player.
yeah.
Sure.
And he's a very good bass player, but you almost never notice him, which is why he's so good.
Oh.
Like he's doing such a good job at like
It's very like
holding the rhythm and the harmonies and everything.
it's so like melded with
Yeah.
It's like bread or a tortilla.
He's like doing nothing
Right.
fancy, but he's doing such a good job at just playing.
It's
the
like a
bass
really
part.
good sourdough. It's
Yeah.
like you have to have bread to make a sandwich, but you never think about how important the bread.
bread
That
is-
Jimmy
Wait.
John's bread, whew, by itself. Oh, man, that Jimmy John's bread. But once you get all those toppings, you get that salami in there on that Vito, and you get some of that
salami.
jarred and some of that.
Some of those hot peppers.
Some of that Hellman's mayo. You start chowing down on that sandwich. You're not even thinking about the
You're
bread.
not
But
thinking about the
without it,
bass. Yeah.
guys, I've been ordering a lot of Jimmy John's at work lately.
I've also been ordering Jimmy John's at
It's so
work.
good.
I made a Jimmy John's rewards account. I
They
can
don't
only
deliver-
get 1 sub because every other thing has meat on it. But my vegetarians out there, the number 6,
The veggie?
the veggies.
Sarah, you want to know what I do that is probably bad and sacrilegious?
Huh.
My Jimmy John's order,
Yeah.
is a number 6, and then I put bacon on
You
it.
piece of shit.
Because
It's like a spicy
Sarah,
BLT with
the
good
thing is, I
toppings.
want everything that's on the veggie, but I also want something that's a little salty on there.
Just get pickles. That's what I do.
Oh.
Unless you want to eat meat. You're not a vegetarian, but I get the number 6 with pickles.
Can we play some Edison and then GTFO?
Yep.
Okay,
From the beginning?
Sure.
what was the name of the song you just said?
Edison.
Oh, let me translate.
Oh, please. I need my translator here.
Can we play some of track number 11? Dissin, apostrophe. And then get the fuck out?
Okay.
I feel like this album is kind of a callback to King Giz in the sense, well,
It is a little.
Just-
it's still psych rock. Yeah.
it's a little psych rocky. I think we're
I'm so sorry.
Hello? Was that Acid Dad calling you
no
to say, are you recording a podcast about our band right now?
They're releasing new music, so we should get them on.
That's cool. Hey, somehow we missed the fact that track 8 is called Bada Bing.
bada bing bada boom. Where's the fucking gabagool?
I'm walking here.
I'm fucking walking here.
Man, living in New York is crazy, right? But Jerry Seinfeld,
They are from New York.
30
I
Rock,
wonder-
am I right?
Fucking bacon, egg, and cheese
The-
bodega.
The land of lox, bagels, and comedy. That's where we are. Second City, baby. The Big Apple.
No.
Okay, if New York City is the Big Apple, Chicago is the big ...
Orange.
Orange?
The big rat.
Banana.
The
big rat per person?
Oh! Hey, you want to know a thing that I learned today that, Sarah, you already knew?
Sure.
Remember
Teach
when...
me a thing that I knew.
Remember when you were picking out a Christmas present for me,
Yeah.
and your roommate, who is also my girlfriend, was helping you pick out a Christmas present for me?
I got you a couple Christmas presents. Which one? The
Okay,
cat
well-
with the butthole t-shirt?
Yeah.
That's
Or...
a great T-shirt. That's in our new video coming out on Saturday.
It is. You know
Last
what?
Saturday.
You know what though? I learned that you guys accidentally created an outfit for me that
yeah.
is indicative of a particular DreamWorks / Pixar animated character.
What it is?
Mignon.
Milan?
Mignon.
Filet
Gru?
Milan?
Mignon. Steve Carell. Mignon. Banana.
To paint
Mignon?
a picture for those of you at home, for Christmas, I got Logan a yellow t-shirt that has a cat with a butthole on the front. It's by QBU Designs. They're wonderful. It's got a cat with a butthole on the front. On each sleeve, respectively, it says pee-pee and poo-poo. On the back,
Also on the back is a butthole.
on the back, it says butthole and also butthole in Korean, I assume. I do
hope
not
so.
know how to read Korean.
What if
In
it's
the same wavelength, my roommate and Logan's girlfriend, the two are the same person.
what the fuck?
Whoa.
God, Logan.
Tessa's 2 people?
I have 2 girlfriends. Hell yeah,
Tess, who you met a couple episodes ago, got Logan a pair of blue jean overalls. So this yellow shirt and this pair of blue jean overalls kind of makes Logan look like he would say Beto.
And I didn't even realize it. I wore that outfit to work one day, and one of my coworkers said, "You are dressed like a minion."
That sucks.
And I went, "What the fuck? You tricked me."
That's my favorite Logan outfit.
I will say, to put it on record, that was not my intention. I just wanted to get you a shirt with a butthole on it.
Tess made it sound like it was accidentally very much your
It
intention.
wasn't. We weren't in cahoots about this. I wanted.
Tess made it sound like you were in
No,
cahoots.
we were. She knew that I was getting it, but I wanted to get it because the sleeve said pee pee and poo poo, and
Which
it said
I appreciate a
butthole on
lot.
the back. It's funny.
It's very funny, and I work in an environment where I can wear a shirt that says pee pee poo poo and butthole on it.
but also accidentally, your girlfriend and I, my roommate and I, outfitted you to be a minion.
When I wear the outfit, I look
Bee-boo,
like I say
bee-boo,
babadoo,
bee-boo, bee-boo.
banana.
Banana.
Should we consider a ReBrewski for
Please,
this album?
God. I want to eat Domino's so bad right now.
I had a whole bunch earlier, but I forgot them all.
Oh, your ReBrewskis?
Yeah.
What about I'm just kicking this one off the dome. Most likely to ask you to do it at home. You know, like
elaborate right now.
because when your parents are like, I'd prefer if you did it at home. When they're talking about like acid dad,
Oh, I see.
I wish you would just do it at home. You know, like parents say when they're cool.
No.
Zach, what you surely have to remember one of the.
How about the ReBrewski went for a pack of cigarettes and never came back?
What about the ReBrewski for Are You Winning, Son?
What about the ReBrewski for Are You Winning, Son? You know the meme? Zach, surely you've seen this picture.
What is a meme?
Oh my Christ! It's the one where it's a cartoon drawing of the dad.
He's wearing a hat.
He walks into his kid's bedroom and he says, "Are you winning, son?"
And the kid's playing video games.
Yeah, he's on the computer. And
what about the ReBrewski for definitely not basic because they're acid dad?
That's pretty good. I like that.
Do you get it?
What about the ReBrewski for?
No. Do you get it?
Yeah,
He's basic.
Sarah.
Because
Yeah,
of chemistry.
yeah, I know. I did a chemistry.
Do you like it, Zach? It's your album. Oh my God! Please, Zachariah. Please pick a ReBrewski.
Pick a ReBrewski. This is your episode. It's your choice.
Most likely to.
So far, this has been the longest part of the show.
To.
You have to do it fast, quick. Sarah has to pee. She's gonna piss the couch.
I'm gonna piss the couch.
Most likely to give acid to my dad.
Are you gonna do that?
I feel like that's pretty good.
Would you do acid with your dad?
I've smoked a lot with my dad. We can cut that. I think like the third time I smoked weed with my dad.
Well, award the ReBrewski then.
Mark,
my
if you're
child.
listening,
Does he know how a computer works?
Yeah,
Does he know what a podcast is?
probably.
I have to pee so bad. Please.
Can we do acid with your dad on the podcast?
Not me.
Dude, my dad
Please.
would definitely be on the podcast.
Please, I have to pee so bad. Please.
That's it.
award it.
I picked it.
You have to award it.
Oh, Acid Dad, thank you so much for all you've done for us and our souls, and by making the fantastic music you have. Please come down and accept Most Likely to Do Acid with Your Dad.
Yay!
Goodbye.
No.
You have to do a shout out.
Your thank you.
What's your
thank you so
big-
much for Log for making my voice sound the same volume, even though I'm rocking back and forth from the mic on the edge of the couch the whole episode. And sometimes it sounds like I'm over here, but most of the time I'm right here. Logan is giving me the stink eye.
Oh, fuck you up,
So
bastard.
mad.
I'll ruin your whole
Big
evening.
thanks to Sarah B.
You're buying Domino's tonight. I hope you know that.
I can't chew Domino's because I had dental surgery.
Jesus
Big thanks to
Christ.
Sarah B for doing our social media. Go check out our website. Go buy our buttons. Please interact with us. Send us some DMs, some tweets. We appreciate you. Big thanks to me for existing.
We are Album ReBrews, and we're going to continue being Album ReBrews. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Album ReBrews, like reviews, but beer. We love it when you DM with us. We love it when you interact with us. I'm a little drunk. We also have a website where you can buy buttons and, I don't know, do other bullshit. www.albumrebrews.com. Also, big thank you to Hectic for sponsoring this episode. If you go to www.gethecticapp.com/albumrebrews, you can sign up to start your freelancing journey and support the show. Again, thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, that's not going to make it, and I'm cutting that shit right out.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
I have to be so bad. I have to be.